With the two Yokozuna out of this basho, the race to win the Emperor's Cup has been thrown wide open, and three young 25-year-old Rikishi are neck and neck. That's Chio Taikai, Tochiazuma and Koto Mitsuki. Of the three, Koto Mitsuki is the least experienced, having participated in only 9 Makuuchi basho, as opposed to the 27 and 26, respectively, number of bashos that Chio Taikai and Tochiazuma have been in. However, Koto Mitsuki is the most recent basho winner of the three. Tochiazuma has never won one, and Chio Taikai's single basho win, that's to say the tournament win, was over 3 years ago. So Chio Taikai and Tochiazuma at 11-1 and Koto Mitsuki at 10-2. And Musoyama in there with a chance at 9-3. Let's see how these big men of sumo make out. First bout, Tamakasuga against Buyuzan. Over very quickly there. Tamakasuga biting the dust with a pull drop throw. Hikiotoshi from Buyuzan. That was a 9th win for Buyuzan. He's certainly doing very well in this basho. Now Hamanishiki fights Otsukasa. Both of these from Nichidai. Both of them doing rather well. Hamanishiki with 8 wins and Otsukasa with 8 wins. So a win here for Otsukasa would give him Kachikoshi. Very careful start there. Otsukasa's been experimenting with techniques a bit. So there's a bit of a leg trip. And it's Otsukasa who wins that one. So a combination there of the overarm grip, the Owate hold, and a little bit of a trip on the ankle. So that's 8th win for Otsukasa and Kachikoshi. Ogineshiki fights Mr. 1 Minute, otherwise known as Kotonowaka. They've fought 10 times previously. Ogineshiki's won 7 of them. Well, Kotonowaka quite happy to settle down there in that position. He's never in a hurry to win. Big wrestler, 175 kilos, and he's tall. So there he runs Ogineshiki to the edge and takes his 4th win against Ogineshiki. So that was 7th win for Kotonowaka and 7th loss for Ogineshiki in this particular basho. Now we have Takanowaka rejoining the basho. He broke his rib on day 3, and then he dropped out. But if he'd stayed dropped out, he would have almost certainly been demoted to Juryo. So he's come back in order to gain a victory or 2, and that should keep him in the Makuuchi division. So, no doubt, a little bit of painkillers on the ribs, not looking too bad there. So that's a win for Takanowaka with Hataki Komi over Asanowaka. Well, you can see him grimacing a bit there, but it's more important for him to stay in this top division. That was the 11th loss for Asanowaka, and he is almost certainly going to go back down into the Juryo division. Now Tamarikido is kind of hanging on in there despite a lower back injury. He's got 9 losses so far here, fighting Toki, who's got 8 losses. Both wrestlers doing pretty poorly. Now Toki there moving from throat thrust to a pull down on the back of the neck. So 5th win for Toki and 10th loss for Tama Rikido. See the size of this sumo stadium, it's packed, it's full house. Now Tamanoshima, 10 losses so far, 24 years old, fights 30-year-old Oikari, who won the Juryo division last basho. That moved him up into this one, but not doing too badly. So Oikari there with that throat thrust and a bit of a push wins, beats Tamanoshima with Oshidashi. 6th win for Oikari, 11th loss for Tamanoshima. Well, Tamanoshima's in at Maegashira 2, so although he'll drop down a fair number of notches, he'll still be in the top division next time round. So Kobo against Akinoshima. 34-year-old wrestler, second oldest one. Daizen's the oldest at 37. Well, very neatly done there by Akinoshima. Locked in, had the overarm grip. A little bit of pressure there, sent Kobo down. 10th loss for Kobo. 4th win for Akinoshima. Now we've got a slightly unorthodox wrestler, Kyokushusan. He's put on a little bit of weight over the years. To start with, he was distinctly underweight. Kaiho's weight hasn't changed much, always been around the 120 kilo mark. Not quite as light as Terao, who's now in the Juro division. Or Mainoumi, when he was around weighing in at about 100 kilos, but still pretty light. Average weight for this Makuuchi division is around the 150 kilo mark. 330 pounds of body weight, 23 stone or so. Well, they're leaning in, it's head to head. Now they're looking for the belt at this stage. And the Mongolians are usually quite good in this position. Well, it's a slightly unusual one there. Double arm grab there. Semi-arm lock, and that squashed Kaiho down. We've seen Kyokushudan do that arm grab a number of times. Uses it to either drag the wrestler down or get round behind. So 6th win there for Kyokushudan, 10th loss for Kaiho. And here we have Dejima. He's not only got an inflamed right calf, which he's had for some time, but he's also got a bad lower back as well. See that right calf of his well bandaged up. Here fighting Kyokutenho. Dejima loses this one, that will give him Makikoshi, and he looks like he's just about to. Yeah, his foot went out. So that's 8 losses for Dejima. Looking a bit down there. His previous Basho result was 7 wins and 8 losses. Well, he's got 8 losses now, and he's got a couple more bouts to go. He'll probably do worse than before. Koromitsuki coming down the Hanamichi towards the Basho. Takanonami, tall Takanonami, the man with the trademark Kotenagi. It's the arm lock throw, usually on one side, can do it with both arms in there. Wakano Sato, the giant killer. So he leads with his shoulder, gets both arms round. Now that gives a chance for Takanonami to do his double arm lock there. Well, there it is. Not quite the arm lock, but from that double over arm grip, he spun Wakano Sato over. So Hataki Komi win there for Takanonami. That's his 6th win. Previous Basho he had 9 wins, so he won't exceed that this time round, but still not doing too bad. Seems to have perked up a bit. Chio Taikai coming out to sit next to Kotomitsuki. Chio Taikai, he'll be fighting Usoyama. Now Mongolian Asa Shoryu fights Tochi no Nado. In the early days, they used to talk about the 3 crows of sumo. And that was Tochi no Nado, Dejima, and Tochi Azuma. Well, times have changed a bit. The early promise wasn't maintained. Well, look at this thrusting there of Asa Shoryu. Well, he takes no prisoners there, he just doesn't let up. He's a hard fighter, this one. Tochi no Nado not looking too happy about that. Asa Shoryu seems to me to have exploited a gap in the rules. Punching with a closed fist is not allowed in sumo. It's long been accepted you can thrust with the open hand. He just seems to be taking it to its extreme, and he's doing very well. But I suspect the others will start to latch on pretty quickly. Now Koromitsuki fights Tosanumi. They've only fought twice before, and each has won once. Now Koromitsuki's still got a chance to win the Basho. Well, that's it. It's Tosanumi fairly easily with that shoulder scoop throw. Karasukashi win there for Koromitsuki. So even there's a possibility that Kotomitsuki could be considered for promotion or Ozeki with this bout here. That's 11 wins, That gives him about 34 wins over 3 bashos, and that's the sort of numbers required for promotion to Ozeki. See him screwing up his eyes there. So 11th win for Kotonishiki, 5th loss for Tosanumi. Now here's Chio Taikai. Well, before the basho, his boss, the one-time Chiyonafuji, now comes under a different name, said he thought that Chio Taikai hadn't trained enough before the basho. It seemed to have, doesn't seem to be showing at all. Well, these two have had 15 head-to-heads previously. Musayama's won 10 of them. But Musayama's been in pro sumo since 1993. Makuuchi sumo, and Chio Taikai didn't come into it till 97, so he's the fresher of the two, the younger of the two. Musayama 29 as opposed to Chio Taikai's 25 years. Well, Chio Taikai will come out like a rocket, so will Musayama. There should be one almighty bang in the middle of this dojo when it happens. There it is, 2 heads banging in hard. Musayama making all the running. Chio Taikai sidesteps. Musayama still going forward. Chio Taikai takes the double arm grip, as we saw Kyokushuzan do a couple of bouts ago. And that's enough to knock Musayama over the edge with Oshidashi. Well, Musayama's tachi-ai is just as powerful as Chio Taikai's, but his recovery from it, his ability to turn and twist, not as good as Chio Taikai's. So now we see Musayama making the run in there, pushing in Chio Taikai. Chio Taikai turning around, coming back with more thrust. Still Musayama. Now's that double arm grip. And then from that, Musayama spins out of trouble, but then gets pushed out with a grip on the chest. So Chio Taikai with 12 wins now and 1 loss. And now we have Kaio against Tochi-Azuma. Tochi-Azuma loses this one. That will leave Chio Taikai in the lead as we come up to the crucial end of the basho. Chio Taikai there, inscrutable, sitting there like a great Buddha. Now these two have fought 20 times before. Kaio's won 13 of them. Kaio's not on peak form this basho. Tochi-Azuma tight on the line. Kaio somewhat back from it. Normally the heavier wrestler of the two would close on the line, give the other wrestler less space to accelerate forwards. So Tochi-Azuma pushing hard, and it's Tochi-Azuma loses that one. So now that's changed things a little bit. That's put Chio Taikai in the lead. 9th win for Kaio. Not doing too bad despite his various injuries. 2nd loss for Tochi-Azuma. Well, let's watch this one again. Kaio comes out looking strong this time. And he drives in. And it's over pretty quickly. Tochi-Azuma just going more or less straight backwards and over the edge. So at the end of day 13, it's Chio Taikai with 12 wins and 1 loss. Behind him, Tochi-Azuma and Kotomitsky with 11 wins and 2 losses. That's all shaping up for a good final day. Stay with us, we'll be back very shortly after the break.